Special final, favoured outside the second row, Larry. All set. Mobile pulls away there racing. Fagged out, showing early speed. Try to head off Soki Song and also Dare early. Just in behind them, Brigadier Brandon has fagged out, now works to the lead. Larry settles down fourth. He's come off the second row. He works around the outside and takes the trail just for a stride, because Brigadier Brandon on the outside is now tackling fagged out for the lead and will succeed. So Larry is now caught third without cover. Soki Song, it's inside, followed by Dare. Imprint now works up to the 1 by 1 at the expense of Larry. Hell of a time the fence from Caramia Girl. Best Western 8 metres away and 10 metres to Excitable Boy. At the 1500, Brigadier Brandon, he leads by 5 metres to fagged out the fence. A neck away third is Larry. Back in the field, hell of a time, dropped out to third last there momentarily. Imprint having a nice run early. Soki Song the rail. Caramia Girl on the outside of Dare. Best Western third last. He hung there for a stride on that top turn. Hell of a time as second last and 5 metres away Excitable Boy. Approaching the turn at the 1150. The leader is Brigadier Brandon by almost 4 metres. Larry sits up on the outside without cover. Ahead away third is fagged out. In behind them came Imprint. He's had a nice run. Soki Song, his inside, followed 2 metres away by Caramia Girl. Dare back on the rail, and the last three a hell of a time on the inside of Best Western, and Excitable Boy 10 metres away. They've got a lap to go towards the 800 metres. Brigadier Brandon, he still leads by 2.5 metres. Larry has set up on the outside without cover from the outset. Despite that, he's drawing closer. On the fence and third is fagged out, followed by Soki Song. In behind them came Imprint the outside. 6 or 8 metres away Dare, followed by Caramia Girl on a loose rein, then hell of a time. Best Western from second last pulls to the outside, and 12 metres away Excitable Boy. Towards the 450 metres they race. It's still Brigadier Brandon held together by 2 metres to Larry. 2 metres away third fagged out. Imprint about to pull to the outside now, 3 wide. Under pressure Caramia Girl. Dare comes off the rail. Best Western third last, not going well, followed by Soki Song, hell of a time. And out the back is Excitable Boy. On the home turn of the 220, Larry on the outside is tackling Brigadier Brandon. Fagged out, gets out in plenty of time. Bumping with Imprint, trying to keep it out. At the 120, Larry on the outside put his nose in front of Brigadier Brandon. Fagged out, and Imprint are coming at Larry. Again, Brigadier Brandon put his nose in front. Fagged out coming at them. Fagged out, grabbed them and may have got up. Fagged out, maybe a nose to Brigadier Brandon. Larry, close up Imprint. Then Soki Song, hell of a time. Dare in behind them from Excitable Boy, Caramia Girl, and Best Western has run last.
All said, ready and racing, and priority slow. Rate of Power won the start together with Homeboy, and moving up out wider Imposing Cape together with Diddy Rip and Glendon Lad on the fence. Further back Admiral Sam and priority, and being pushed back to last is Diddy Rip. Heading into the back and Rate of Power into the lead. Major Motor second, third Glendon Lad, followed by Imposing Cape, Admiral Sam, and a break to Diddy Rip on the turn. Rate of Power 3 in front from Major Mo, a break then to Glendon Lad, but Rate of Power swung in front from Major Mo, and Rate of Power's going to win. Rate of Power beat Major Mo, getting up for third and priority. A nose over Imposing Cape, followed by Glendon Lad. Further back Diddy Rip from Admiral Sam, and Homeboy finished to the rear.
It's come from a mile back, the favourite bit.
Rocky Morong has lost its position behind gate 6. Blue light flashing, they're off and racing. Tarita Prince and Stacey's Elect beat them out. Ballakira Gamecock out wide began well. Careful Choice shooting up along the rail from the pole position. They were followed by Lucius Boy, Carnival Arcade, Newport Kid. Next was the 8 ball from Kev's Choice, and last of all was Rocky Morong. Casting the home turn of stern for the first time and shooting around them to go to the lead was Ballakira Gamecock. Showed the way to Careful Choice. One racing badly there appears to be Tarita Prince. They make the run to the judge with 2 circuits of the course before them, and Ballakira Gamecock has kicked away about 6 lengths to Careful Choice, followed by Stacey's Elect, Carnival Arcade. Next was Newport Kid from Tarita Prince, Lucius Boy, the 8 ball, Kev's Choice, and Rocky Morong brought up the rear. The Ballakira Gamecock, a big leader as they commence to run down the back over Careful Choice. Third burst, Stacey's Elect on the inside of Carnival Arcade. They were followed by Tarita Prince and Newport Kid together. A gap to Lucius Boy from the 8 ball, Kev's Choice. And still last of all was Rocky Morong. A little less than 1100 to travel as they make the run to the corner now. And Ballakira Gamecock the leader, but only 3 lengths to Careful Choice and Carnival Arcade together. In behind those, Stacey's Elect on its outside. Newport Boy followed then by Tarita Prince. Lucius Boy was next. They were followed then by the 8 Ball and Kev's Choice and Rocky Morong. Still brought up the rear. Making the run down towards the judge now for what'll be the bell lap, and no change in the order. Ballakira Gamecock, the leader, shows the way about a half a length to the good of Carnival Arcade. Careful Choice was next from Newport Kid. Stacey's Elect, Lucius Boy. Tarita Prince from Kev's Choice, the 8 Ball, and last of all was Rocky Morong. 600 left to travel, and Ballakira Gamecock by 3 parts of a length to the good of Carnival Arcade. Third, the rail Careful Choice. They were being followed then by Newport King. Kev's Choice unwinding a big run up around them from the tail of the field, followed by Stacey's Elect, Lucius Boy. In behind those, Tarita Prince from the 8 Ball and Rocky Morong brought up the rear. In this order, they leave the back and move to the turn, and Carnival Arcade is now shot to the lead over Newport Kid, but giving plenty again and slipping up Ballakira Gamecock. Kev's Choice was out wide, Careful Choice has gone, and the 8 Ball was putting in its claim around the corner. Ballakira Gamecock, the leader, over Carnival Arcade, Newport Kid, and also Kev's Choice, but Ballakira Gamecock in front. Carnival Arcade and right down the outside, Kev's Choice, but Ballakira Gamecock won the money. Close for second to Carnival Arcade. Third would go to either Kev's Choice or Careful Choice, followed by the 8 Ball. Tarita Prince, the Rocky Morong, and one of the last home would be Lucius Boy with Stacey's Elect.
Okay, I'll check those there. Ballakira Gamecock successful. Now let's take it to Terriers. They line up at Albion Park for the next.
Coming up behind the 2 posse on the second row. Lights on. Racing. Finnegan's Bluff out wide, came out quickly, and on the fence Kakadu Trust began well. Another Henry is third, followed by My Reality punching up on the fence on the inside of Factotum. A length and a half away was El Page, followed by Nearly Nero, who's deep. Flash of Red goes up on the rail. Tuscan Raider settles third last, Minotaur second last, and the little filly Hike Along drops out to the tail of the field. They turn to the back, and Finnegan's Bluff, the leader, past the tea trees the first time by 2 lengths over Kakadu Trust, and a length and a half to another Henry left in the breeze. My Reality, El Page settles on the rail on the inside of Factotum. A length away then is Flash of Red on the inside of My Reality. 1.5 to Tuscan Raider on the outside of Hike Along. Minotaur second last. And Nearly Nero, after being trapped wide, drifts back to the tail of the field. Lead time was 35, and Finnegan's Bluff takes them past the 1,300 metres peg. Leads by more than a length over Kakadu Trust, another Henry third, and trapped 1 deep. Factotum's out 3 wide and starting to rush forward now as they make the turn at the 1,200 metres mark. My Reality comes deep to go forward behind Factotum. El Page on the fence on the inside of Tuscan Raider. Another length and a half to Minotaur on the outside of Flash of Red. Then Nearly Nero and Hike Along was shuffled back to the tail. 32.8 for the first quarter of the mile. And at the 900 metres mark, Factotum's in front. He crossed onto the fence and led by a length over another Henry. Finnegan's Bluff now third, locked up behind the speed. My Reality's fourth and out 3 deep. A length away Tuscan Raider, 1 to Kakadu Trust on the inside of Minotaur. Then El Page, followed by Nearly Nero. Flash of Red second last, and 1 to Hike Along. 31.1 for the second section of the mile. Factotum a half in front at the 550. Another Henry second. My Reality third, and still working treble time out 3 deep. Finnegan's Bluff behind them on the inside of Kakadu Trust. Tuscan Raiders out wide. Then El Page, Minotaur, Flash of Red, Nearly Nero, and 1 to Hike Along. Factotum 2 in front at the 300 metres mark. Another Henry's under pressure. So is My Reality. Tuscan Raider deep, and then Kakadu Trust as they turn. Factotum leads at the top of the lane. Factotum 2 lengths in front of another Henry. Kakadu Trust into the clear. Minotaur's running on. Factotum's pinched a break past the 100 metres mark from another Henry. Minotaur flashing home at the end. Factotum's in front and he wins. Factotum first, Minotaur second. El Page arrived to run third from another Henry and Kakadu Trust. Then Flash of Red, followed by Nearly Nero, Hike Along, Tuscan Raider. Then came My Reality, and Finnegan's Bluff was last of all.
Bunny up to the boxes, ready for start, race 8. They're set, ready for start. And racing. Big Red Roo began only fairly. Winning the start was Emma Sue over Little Antique and also Match Me. Little Antique now to the fence and Emma Sue go together. 2 lengths third was Top Victory, followed by Match Me. Next back on the fence was Big Red Roo. 2 further back to Greg's Road, followed second last by Bowman Bale. 3 last was Jolly Good Fox. Down the back straight, it's Little Antique in front by a length on second Match Me. 2 lengths third was Emma Sue from Top Victory. Behind those Big Red Roo. 2 further back Bowman Bale from Jolly Good Fox and Greg's Road. To the home turn, Little Antique in front by a length and a half, pulling away from Match Me. It's all Little Antique. Little Antique wins well. Photo for the Miners, Match Me or flying up along the fence, Big Red Roo. Followed by Top Victory, also Bowman Bale, Emma Sue, Jolly Good Fox and Greg's Road. 3 into photo, 3 Little Antique first. A Red Fawn Bitch by Scott Gann out of Cindy's World, owned by R. Budd and trained by Jay Vanderberg from Londonderry.
And it is a start. Melbourne Skipper began well. It'll get across New Kid in Town. Going forward early is Scotty Globe. And also coming across from out wide, Oriana Skipper and Empire Ginger. Well, Scotty Globe goes to the front tonight. Scotty Globe goes to the lead, heads off Melbourne Skipper. The favourite ends up boxed up behind the leader. Empire Ginger 3 wide, Oriana Skipper in the centre. They are followed further back on settling down by Shake 'em Up. New Kid in Town on the rails. Another 4 metres then further back in the field is Parley Supreme. Applegraph gets a long way back on the inside. And last of all, settling down, Bonero Bell. Down to the judge they come the first time with 2 laps left to run, and it's Scotty Globe leading by 3 metres. In second placing Empire Ginger. Melbourne Skipper with the trail behind the leader. The lead time is 46.5. Oriana Skipper's in the 1-1. 3 back the rails, New Kid in Town. 4 metres then to Shake 'em Up, racing on the outside of Applegraft. Another 4 metres to Parley Supreme, and Bonero Bell whips them in. Racing into the back straight, and with under a lap and 3/4 left to run, it's Scotty Globe, the pilot, headed out by 4 metres. In second placing, Melbourne Skipper. Empire Ginger just hanging back a little on the outside, but Melbourne Skipper can't get into the clear. New Kid in Town's on the rails, 3 back, covering it up, Oriana Skipper. Another 4 metres then to Applegraft around it was Shake 'em Up. Then Parley Supreme second last, and Bonero Bell getting right up on the steel at the tail. About to swing onto the home bend again, just over the lap and a quarter left to run, and Scotty Globe on top. First quarter only 33.9, so he's got away with a fairly easy run mid-race. Scotty Globe 3 metres clear. In second placing, Empire Ginger travelling well. Melbourne Skipper, the favourite backers, have got a few problems. He's still in behind the leader. Oriana Skipper's in the 1-1. Now coming out 3 wide, Parley Supreme. I think Shake 'em Up's going to stay in. New Kid in Town in behind them. Also on the rails, Applegraft and Bonero Bell in the centre. They make their way towards the back straight, and the leader is Scotty Globe. Second quarter only 33.2, so they've gone very slow that half. Scotty Globe led 3 metres. Empire Ginger gets a bit closer. 3 wide now comes Oriana Skipper. Nowhere for Melbourne Skipper to go. Shake 'em Up pokes through in the centre. 3 wide, Parley Supreme. Back on the rails, New Kid in Town, and then Applegraft and wider out Bonero Bell off the back though. Scotty Globe still led. Webster looks pretty confident. Empire Ginger will stay all day on the outside. 3 wide, Oriana Skipper. Nowhere for Melbourne Skipper to go. Then Shake 'em Up pulling 4 wide from Applegraph, poking through in the centre. They turn for home. Scotty Globe still held together. 3 metres clear. Trying hard, Empire Ginger. Melbourne Skipper won't get out. Right down the outside, Shake 'em Up from Applegraph, but Scotty Globe, they gave him too easy a run and he scores. 4 metres, Empire Ginger. Melbourne Skipper still not out. Now, I think New Kid in Town has flashed through late to grab 4th in advance of Applegraft and Shake 'em Up, and then Oriana Skipper, Parley Supreme, and with them at the tail, Bonero Bell.
And racing, Barley Charlie didn't get out all that bad, in fact, and Rain and Hail won the start by 3 lengths to African's own Barley Charlie. Out wide, a Guri Cap from Streaking Emma's Range and Sea Babe settles at the tail. The pacey Rain and Hail slapping on the pace by 5 lengths to African's own Barley Charlie third. Then came Streaking further back Emma's Range, a Guri Cap, and 5 lengths to Sea Babe. Heading into the back, Rain and Hail's getting tired, claiming it quickly, African's own. Getting along the fence, Barley Charlie together with Emma's Range. Those 2 leaders got very wide as they pack up. Rain and Hail joined by Emma's Range. Barley Charlie on the fence, not going that well. Emma's Range kicked on the turn by 2 lengths to Rain and Hail. Then came African Zone, but Emma's Range is coming away, and Emma's Range beats Rain and Hail. Third, Barley Charlie, followed by African Zone. Further back, a Guri Cap from Sea Babe, and Streaking finished at the rear.
2 and 1 there, race 7, 1 each, 6, 2 and 1. Race 7. Three 351 876. That's the telephone number to ring for the superfecta.
Racing. Lee Maris stood there. In fact, the front tape for a stride got caught around the forelegs of Parlour Royal. It appeared momentarily. Rockley Victory is away like a rocket. Parlour Royal slowly away. Lee Maris has galloped away. In front, Non-Pareil early. From in second, placing Our Blue Steel. Scarface Adios without cover. And around the outsiders, Rockley Victory. He's charging around the outside early. Empire Fella, the leader's back. Scarface Adios, the running line. Then Bonzatros. It's Elliott 10 metres away from Parlour Royal and 12 metres to Lee Maris and 35 metres away Franco Gold. Travelling down the straight the first time at the 1800. Rockley Victory. He now works up to the 1 by 1. Non-Pareil leads by 4 metres to Empire Fella. A neck away on the outside is Our Blue Steel. He's given up the 1 by 1 on Rockley Victory. He's circumnavigating again, working around them, followed by Bonzatros. Then Scarface Adios. 2 metres to It's Elliott back on the rail, followed by Parlour Royal, Lee Maris, and 15 metres away Franco Gold. Out of the straight they race at the 1600. Non-Pareil, he leads by 4 metres. Empire Fella having a nice run behind the leader. 2 metres away Rockley Victory. He gets to third on the outside, followed by Bonzatros fourth. Our Blue Steel has the cover. In behind them, Scarface Adios. Patiently driven, 3 back on the outside of It's Elliott. Then Parlour Royal. Second last, Franco Gold. And Lee Maris on the outsiders last. Off the top turn at the lap and a quarter, it's Non-Pareil by 5 metres to Empire Fella. Rockley Victory first up has worked in the run, followed by Bonzatros fourth. Then Our Blue Steel going home on the back of Rockley Victory. Scarface Adios, he'll have the last shot of them. 3 back on the outside of It's Elliott. Third last, Parlour Royal, the outside of Franco Gold, and 6 metres away, Lee Maris. 1,000 to go down the straight. It's Non-Pareil, over 5 metres in front of on the outside, Rockley Victory. Ahead away, third is Empire Fella. He's had a very good run, trailed up by Bonzatros pulling. Then Our Blue Steel. Scarface Adios, 3 back on the outside of It's Elliott, who's 4 back on the fence. Then Franco Gold, second last on the outside, Parlour Royal, and Lee Maris, 1 off the fences last. Out of the straight they race towards the 650. Non-Pareil still in front. He's been left alone over 3 metres to Rockley Victory. On the outside of Empire Fella, Our Blue Steel fourth, locked away Bonzatros. Then Scarface Adios about to pull out, followed by It's Elliott. In behind them, Franco Gold, Parlour Royal, and 5 metres to Lee Maris. Towards the 400 metres they race. It's still Non-Pareil, 2.5 metres in front. Rockley Victory on the outsiders trying hard. Empire Fella needing a run. Then Our Blue Steel, Bonzatros. Scarface Adios now pulls out, followed by It's Elliott, Franco Gold, Parlour Royal, and Lee Maris. On the home turn of the 220, Non-Pareil 2 metres in front. Rockley Victory steadily picking him up, followed by Empire Fella. Then Scarface Adios late on the outside, but Rockley Victory put his nose in front of Non-Pareil. Here's Scarface Adios flying on the outside. Again, Non-Pareil put his nose in front. Scarface Adios coming home all over the top of them, and Scarface Adios has got up and beaten Non-Pareil. Tight third, maybe It's Elliott, a nose to Rockley Victory. Empire Fella close up from Our Blue Steel, Bonzatros, then Franco Gold.
4-3 photo there on race number 6 at Mooney. Maitland, it's 8's Landstrike.
Militia flew out. Also beginning well was Hopes and Dreams and Acrotiri. Mrs. Tobin to the outside. Out of the straight, Militia in front. By a length and a half on second, Mrs. Tobin. Railing up well was Hopes and Dreams. Diving through the middle as Wentz, all 3 further back to Acrotiri. Followed towards the rear of the field by Katie Amanda. And last of all was Alison Ashley. Down the side of the track, it's all Militia racing well clear. Second was Hopes and Dreams, followed by Mrs. Tobin. Into the straight, though, a hollow wind coming up to Militia, streaking away, and Militia wins well. Militia first, second, Mrs. Tobin, photo third. There was Hopes and Dreams or...
4, 5 and 2 there, race 9 at Penrith.
Blue light flashing, they're off and racing this time. And one of the best served at barrier risers. Getting away was Happy Joseph, who began well with He's the Boss. Landstrike going up when the opening came on the rail. Little Trunky was next. Out wide in the event was Mobile Beauty, followed by Royal Descent, who began well. Nimble Jack, Cloudy Century, Scotch Tradition, Forget About, Bless Me Too. In this order, they cast the home turn astern and commence the run of the judge, where they'll have 2 to go. And Vanderkemp has Land Strike bowling along in front over Royal Descent. Out wide, He's the Boss. They were followed by Little Trunky, Happy Joseph, Mobile Beauty, Cloudy Century. In behind those, Scotch Tradition, Nimble Jack and Bless Me Too tailed right off. Over towards the 600 peg they travel, and Land Strike showed the way over Royal Descent. He's the Boss is moving up around the outside. Next with Little Trunky. They were followed along by Happy Joseph, Cloudy Century. In behind those and trying to gain a bit of ground was Mobile Beauty. Next in the event would be Nimble Jack with Scotch Tradition, and still Bless Me Too brought up the rear. They've got 1,100 left to travel, and no change in the order, where Land Strike was in charge over He's the Boss. Third on the rail was Royal Descent, followed by Happy Joseph, Little Trunky. One moving up around the outside of them now, and trying to get a bit closer to them would be Mobile Beauty. They were followed then by Cloudy Century. Scotch Tradition was under a strong hold from Nimble Jack, and Bless Me Too brought up the rear. They cast the home turn astern and commence the run of the judge. The bell lap coming up this time, and Land Strike doing it nicely out in front, showed the way about a length to the good of He's the Boss, Royal Descent third. Happy Joseph putting in a claim from Little Trunky, Mobile Beauty, Scotch Tradition, Cloudy Century, Nimble Jack. And still last of all was Bless Me Too. 600 to travel. Land Strike showed the way. 3 parts of a length to the good of He's the Boss. Royal Descent on the rail with nowhere to go. They were being followed by Happy Joseph. Unwinding a run from back near the tail now was Cloudy Century coming into calculations. Nimble Jack was second last. And Scotch Tradition was last of the main division. 400 out. And Land Strike was giving plenty in front. Has taken on now my Mobile Beauty. Cloudy Century is the one unwinding the big one, but trapped 3 deep, followed then in the event by Royal Descent. Out wide was Little Trunky and Nimble Jack, but around the corner Mobile Beauty the leader. Cloudy Century trying to get to it. Madison getting everything out of Mobile Beauty. Cloudy Century not responding too well, and Mobile Beauty will win the money. Cloudy Century will get second, close for third. Oh, give it a Nimble Jack for third in advance of Land Strike. Royal Descent, Little Trunky, He's the Boss, Scotch Tradition. Happy Joseph second last, and Bless Me Too last in.
All right, we'll check those there. So 5-8 and a photo on race number 8 from Maitland.
And they're all set. Lights on, racing. Shuttle Drive came out very quickly. Ossat began well, and Magic Admiral fast away, but the favourite goes straight to the lead. Shuttle Drive will lead into the first bend. Ossat settles second behind the leader. Magic Admiral third and 1 deep, and Jelva Boy out 3 and 4 wide as they run into that first bend. Then Born to Star, followed by Early Riser sneaking up on the rail. A length away is Borley Bay, 2 to Suru King. Then Gadsby on the outside of Pierre Paris, and its Hi-Ho Silver is 2 lengths away at the tail of the field. Shuttle Drive the leader at the 1,600 metres mark by 2 lengths over Ossat and 2 to Jelva Boy. Another 2 lengths to Early Riser. Born to Star 3 deep, moving forward around Magic Admiral. Then Borley Bay, who almost got into the cart of Magic Admiral. Pierre Paris sneaks up on the rail. Suru King third last over Gadsby, and 2 lengths to its Hi-Ho Silver. 35.1 was the lead time. Shuttle Drives in front at the 1,250 metres peg. He leads by 2 lengths to Ossat. Jelva Boy third on the rail. Born to Star a length away, 1 deep and still in the breeze. Early Riser on the fence, 2 to Magic Admiral on the outside of Pierre Paris. Then Borley Bay, Suru King, Gadsby, and 2 lengths away was its Hi-Ho Silver. 31.4 for the first quarter of the mile. Shuttle Drive leads after the bell. 900 metres left to run. It's Shuttle Drive more than a length in front of Ossat. Jelva Boy third, Early Riser fourth on the inside of Born to Star. Pierre Paris locked away on the fence, covered by Magic Admiral. Then Borley Bay, Suru King, Gadsby, and a length and a half to its Hi-Ho Silver. Shuttle Drive in full flight past the tea trees. 31.4 for the second section. Shuttle Drive allowed more rain, 2.5 in front of Ossat. 2 to Jelva Boy, then Early Riser, Born to Star under pressure. Magic Admiral out 3 deep, Pierre Paris on the rail, followed by Borley Bay, then Suru King, Gadsby, and 2.5 to its Hi-Ho Silver. Shuttle Drive led at the quarter pole. Jelva Boy's off the fence, making some ground. Ossat flat. Early Riser works away from the rail, and then Magic Admiral. Shuttle Drive in front of the last bend. 200 left to run, and Shuttle Drive more than a length in front of Jelva Boy. Early Riser gets to third, clear of Osat. Shuttle Drive leads with 100 left to go. Jelva Boy hard driven. Pierre Paris out and running on at the end, but it's all Shuttle Drive. Shuttle Drive leads from Go to Woe, beating Jelva Boy. Pierre Paris runs third. Then Early Riser and Magic Admiral. A long break to Osat. It's Iho Silver, Suru, King, Gadsby. Then came Born to Star and Borley Bay at the tail of the field.
Okay, 367 there, Shuttle Drive.
Quarter. And they're ready to run. They're off. And a good level line. Out wide, Mr. Robin won the start together with Tendial Flyer and Belcour driving up on the inside. Belcour and Brandy Brother going together, moving up on the fence. Aurello. Gatton Guns up there in the firing line, followed by Chief Clocker, Brandy Brother, Mr. Robin. And dropping to last now is Tendial Flyer together with Brandy Brother. Out of the back, and Belcour ran clear by 3 to Aurello. Gatton Gun third, then came Chief Clocker. In the straight, Belcour and Aurello, the two Victorians, will fight it out. Aurello moved up on the outside to hit the lead from Belcour, and Aurello got the money. Aurello beat Belcour. Chief Clocker third, followed by Sonnet Flyer, Tendial Flyer. Then came Gatton Gun from Mr. Robin, and Brandy Brother finished at the rear.
325 there, race 8 at Wendy Park.
And Twiggerlow, Riviera Cam bounced out okay. Rambling Rambo a bit slow. Bettenim's galloped away, galloped badly too. Mike's Choice away safely and is getting out after the Mutineer was also away safely. Round the first turn, and the leader is Riviera Cam. It's out by 10 metres, in second placing Twiggerlow. 10 metres then to Demon Dune running third. 6 metres Rambling Rambo, another 4 metres then to Mutineer. Nearly 20 metres still then to Mike's Choice, but he's getting out after them nicely, and Bettenim's given them a very big start, and it's 40 metres further back at the tail. Down the straight they raced the first time, and the leader is Riviera Cam. It's still out by about 10 metres. In second placing Twiggerlow. Demon Dune third, Rambling Rambo fourth, and then fifth Mutineer. They're all racing in Indian file. Mike's Choice has just been allowed to attack on at his own rate, and he does just that now. Lead time 51.7 from the stand, and still about 35 to 40 metres to bet on him at the tail. Racing into the back straight, a lap and 3/4 from home, and Riviera Cam, the leader, running them along a little too. It's still about 10 metres in front of Twiggerlow, doing a bit of chasing. Demon Dune third, 5 metres Rambling Rambo, 5 metres Mutineer, another 5 or 6 metres Mike's Choice, and with a bit of speed on in the race, the other one bet on him is taking a long time to tack on. In fact, it's still 30 metres away. Off the back, under a lap and a half left to run, and still this leader runs them along. It's the clear Riviera Cam by 4 metres. In second placing Twiggerlow, about to come off the rails because Mutineer was moving up on the outside. First quarter 30.9. Down in behind them, now getting up behind the leader is Demon Dune. Mutineer on the back of Twiggerlow, and following it was Mike's Choice. Rambling Rambo the inside, and Bettenham will struggle to tack on, still 25 metres away. They race towards the back straight, and the leader was still doing it pretty strongly. Riviera Cam, 4 metres in front. In second placing on the outside, Twiggerlow. In behind them now with the trail and looking for the split, Demon Dune. Then Mutineer. Mike's Choice still hasn't made its move. And Rambling Rambo on the inside. Forget Bettenham. Here goes Mutineer. Mike's Choice follows him home. Riviera Cam is the leader. 2 metres Twiggerlow. Mutineer moves up out 3 wide. Mike's Choice will have to come very wide to make its move. Down on the inside, Demon Dune, and then in the centre, Rambling Rambo. Here comes Mike's Choice. Riviera Cam by a metre. Twiggerlow second, 3 wide Mutineer. Urged on around the outside. Mike's Choice is starting to motor home. Then Rambling Rambo, Demon Dune, they turn. Riviera Cam led, but Mike's Choice is quickly gobbling them up on the outside. Races to the lead from Twiggerlow, Mutineer, and then Rambling Rambo. But he's going to win easily. Mike's Choice does it as he likes off the 40 metres. Wins 5 or 6 metres, second Twiggerlow. Riviera Cam third from Mutineer. They were followed in by Demon Dune, never really got out. Well back then to Rambling Rambo, and Bettenham with the speed on in the mid stages was struggling throughout to make ground.
260 and 170. Last of the greyhounds placed away for the final event, and they're all set. Green light, running up to the boxes, ready to go for race 10. Set. They're racing an even line out. Reebok Lass and Gaylord began nicely. Likewise, Hidden Jaffa on the outside, and driving up in the middle was Sheer Quality. Soon after, Sheer Quality takes the front by a half on Hidden Jaffa pressing. 3 lengths away, third was Gaylord. The Queenslander, Ginny's Me Mum, went via the Cape out of the straight. Gaylord the fence, 2 Liverstone a goal, followed next by Reebok Lass and about 5 to Dixie's Dumpling. Ginny's Me Mum second last, and 2 last of all was Mr. Wave. Down the side they've left Sheer Quality get away. It's out by 7 or 8 on Hidden Jaffa a second. Third was Reebok Lass. Into the straight though, it's all Sheer Quality streaking away.